So unlike CC, this is a game I haven't been running a long time. I've only done 2 runs ever. But I am trying to get better at it. Sorry, I'm shutting off my PS2 and everything, so it's taking a second to set up. Yeah, El Gran Jerry is a CT runner. Yeah. The funny thing is that like there's a lot of CT runners who've been running Radical Dreamers, and a lot of there's some Chrono Cross runners who have ran Radical Dreamers. So it's like both sides of like the on both sides of the Chrono community. Like Radical Dreamers is like the median, where it's just like fun to do. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, so once again, this is a text-based visual novel. It basically it's kind of like an in-between Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. It isn't really canon, kind of ish. Chrono Cross kind of hints that it is like something that happened in the other universe. But you start off as Surge. Surge actually looks different in this game. He's like the middle character right there. You're with Kid and a character named Magil. Like it's probably supposed to be Magus. I'm not sure. Anyways, a lot of the like story beats of like what happens in the Viper Manor actually happens in this game. It kind of follows similar story beats, and a lot of the music, like once you get into the first battle here, you're gonna hear. Honestly, you're gonna hear what like if you listen to Chrono Cross and play Chrono Cross a lot, you're gonna hear where Chrono Cross's battle music came from, and it's not gonna be the first time you hear something like that. So basically what's happening right here right now is we're getting an introduction to the characters and like what we're doing. We're actually trying to get the Frozen Flame, something else that got brought over into CC, and we're trying to break into, I think the name of the manor in this game is actually called Snake Bone Manor, although this is Viper's Manor. Viper does exist in this world. And so we're outside of the manor, we're trying to get in, and the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to get attacked by a pack of feral cats. This also kind of gets carried over, or an homage gets put into CC, where, you know, Link's is, one of Link's moves is called feral cats, and it looks kind of like this. We're going to do the riskier but faster version of this fight, where it's you attack twice instead of attack and defend. We actually do have health in this game. The biggest thing is that when we get into it, like, the path that we go on is pretty set. This is like less of a serious run than like CC, because this game is literally almost pure RNG once you don't make any more mistakes. It's just like how many encounters do you get, you know, and what encounters are they? But the faster version of this fight means I take 10 extra damage. It's just a little bit, you know, a little bit faster. Yeah, exactly, Nick. So easy peasy. And for the PB attempts, like they have been doing races every now and then where like El Gran Jerry, Dine, I think Riggs would all do races. Like we're doing like weekly races at a time of RD. I don't think they've been doing it. If they do another one, I'll try to join that. But there are 2 places in here where you would normally safety save, but for the PB attempts, I'm not going to safety save. Yeah, so we beat the feral cats. Now it's just about getting inside. I still need to make my own version of the notes just so I can easily color code everything and know when to mash and everything like that. Because there have been times, there's a couple places even in this past PB that I did. I fixed a couple of them from the one prior to that, but there's still a couple in this one where I took a little bit longer text because I missed a wrong option. We got 4 encounters in my other PB, in my last PB, so we're hoping to get 4 or less. So that text is just basically them talking and then explaining, you know, kid's gonna try to get into the manor here. We find our way in pretty easily through the terrace, and then I'm gonna split on the fade out going into that. Yo, what's up, Beatus? Also, it's going to be a common thing where, like, every time I go to speedrun this at the end of, like, streams, where I'm going to explain it like nobody else knows anything that's going on. Because I am trying to practice commentary for this, because that was one of the initial things besides learning it for the Chronothon I want to do. But I signed up for commentary for this game for the Chrono Series relay race because because last year they had 3 runners for it for the Chrono Series relay race, but they all had to commentate, like they had to commentate their own runs. Oh shit. Okay, woo, I'm glad that was the right way. All right, let me pay attention real quick. So we go the right way in the pathway. Nice, okay. We're gonna keep going down this hallway. Yep. So right now this one's called the Vault Key because this door right here is the Vault Key. I mean, not the Vault Key, is the Vault. And we need to set like kind of the trigger showing that like we've tried to get in here so that we know that we need to go get the Vault Key. Time saved because I accidentally went up the stairs in my last attempt. All right, we're still gonna go back. The biggest part of this game is kind of knowing where things are, especially casually, because like when you every time you like have to go back and forth, like you take the chance of getting into another encounter, right? So you're like if you're just roaming around naturally, like going back and forth trying to figure out the layout, like that's how casually it kind of takes a little bit longer. So we take the stairs. We're going to go to the passage to the right. We're not going to go to the atrium on the left. We're going to keep going down to the right because we're trying to get to Lynx's room, where we're going to find something that's going to help us find the Vault Key. So this one is actually Riddell's room. Riddell is also in this game, but we're not going to go through it. We're going to pass this one up and go to Lynx's room. We'll know it's Lynx's room when you come to these doors, even though they look the same, because there's different text based on which room you're in front of. One smells like flowers. This one, also you hear Viper Manor's music played here in Chrono Cross. It's from this game, but it's in Chrono Cross. But Kid will say something like she crinkles her nose in disgust and doesn't really like the idea of going in here. So that's how you know this is Lynx's room. But we mainly come in here because we need to find out where the key is. We actually know in speedrun, but we have to do this kind of set like the pace, like the flags. But this mirror actually starts talking, and it'll answer any question that we ask it. In my casual playthrough, I asked the wrong question. I asked, you know, where's Lynx? But what you want to ask it here is you want to ask it, where's the Vault Key? And it'll tell us exactly where it's at. right, so here's where it's gonna test. We're gonna ask you either about links, where the key to the vault is, or you can ask about kids' measurements. I actually don't know what it says if you ask about kids' measurement because I didn't ask that casually, and I haven't. You don't obviously don't do that here. So yeah, we can only ask one question. It goes to another mirror, and as we leave, the mirror says something like, "They know," which is kind of creepy. So now we're going to continue down the passageway. Because we need to go to the library. Or the study. Okay, we got into our first encounter. World record actually had 0 encounters. Which I'm not trying to go for world record right now, but... So because this one was ahead of me, like that was the text we got, we know that we need to do the second choice, the first choice, and the second choice. Alright, so we duck it, and that should be it. Yep, nice, cool. It's not a bad time to get the first encounter there. It's pretty good. Depending on what text you get here, it tells you kind of like where your health is at. We're not bad right now. We just got some bruises. We've taken a little bit of damage, but we're fine. There's a couple places we're going to get heals at, so it's fine. This rest of this text is just kind of Surge admiring Kid. He's like very adamantly and openly, like to the reader, not to Kid, openly in love with Kid. Yep, so we're going to take the stairs. Proceed down. Yep. And then we're going to come to the study. And so I didn't mention at the time, but the Vault Mirror actually, whenever we asked where the Vault key is at, it mentions like a whole bunch of things, and it says, yeah, it's going to be in a purple book in the back of the study. If you're just kind of mashing through text and not paying attention casually, it's something that the game might catch you here, because it's going to give you a lot of choices of where you think the Vault key is at. See, there's a lot of choices. All right. So now we're going to head to the Vault. And so we don't want to go in this door. This is the clock room door, I'm pretty sure. We want to keep going down to get to the Vault door. And normally this is where you would safety save if you're in a marathon or you're in a race or something. But we're not. We're just going to go inside. And you'll see why you would want to take a safety save. So we come into this treasure room where we actually see the treasure, like a whole bunch of treasure, like regular treasure. And then we also see this item that we find out is the frozen flame. And so one of the things we're going to get asked is like, you know, how we're going to approach doing this. And we're going to tell kid, you know, to be careful. There's probably a trap. And, you know, everything's going to go super smoothly. And there's no way that it could ever not go smoothly, because what kind of game would that be? This song also went to CC. Well, we actually did set off the alarm. It was a fake frozen flame. And we set off an alarm. Yeah. So even though we avoid the original trap here, we know that there's going to be people coming to check this room now. So we all hide. Serge hides in like a treasure chest. Kid dives into like a pile of gold to hide. And then Magil like hides in the darkness somewhere. He does his own thing. And at this point, they hear Kid shuffling around, obviously, because she's hiding in a gold pile, right? And so they're like, wait, what's going on? They have a conversation about themselves. And they're like, well, there has been like, you know, reports of like rats roaming around like in the kitchen and stuff like that. Which if you play casually, actually does matter. But so Kid starts making like rat noises to hide over there. And they're like, obviously being suspicious. They're like, you know, actually, I think it was a cat. And so the kid makes cat noises. And they're like, you know what? Actually, I think it wasn't a cat. I think it was a heron. And then there's some text about Kid being like, what the hell does a heron, you know, make? And they're like, aha. It was, you know, it was an intruder. But then she starts making like whatever noise a heron makes. And they're like, oh, okay, maybe not. And they leave. But it's a fake out. They debate us. And we're about to get into a fight. We do take some damage in this fight for sure. But actually, it's pretty easy in terms of like the speedrun part of it and like what the right choices are to do here. Because we're going to do the first choice here, which is to help save Kid, because they don't know we're here. They just hear Kid. So we're going to jump out, try to save Kid. We're getting into a fight with like the elite goblins. And then luckily, after we kill them, we're going to get an item that we're going to need to move forward. Yeah, this whole part becomes a big mashing section because the choices that we need to choose are all the first one, and then even when we leave here, we're gonna mess the first choice, go back to the terrace. Yeah, so first we choose a dodge, but we get hit. Obviously, every time you see that screen, it means we take damage. The good thing is before we get into the catacombs, as long as we can make it there, we get a free heal, so... Yeah, this entire fight, we just choose the dodge option. We want nothing to do with this goblin. Yeah, that should be the last one that we have to do. Now we just mash text until the end of the fight. Oh wait, no, there is one more, I guess. Oh, maybe, okay. Maybe actually sometimes you do more damage or you can crit or something. That might be why you safety save, is because you can maybe have like bad fights here. I'm actually still learning some stuff about the game. But we did get it. We're still fine. Luckily, he's gonna drop a hand-shaped, or like a hand-shaped plate, and that's gonna help us get into the armory when we get to the face statue that we're gonna go to. I hate that noise. And it is different. It does, like, not only are when you get fights and how many you get RNG, which fights you get are RNG as well, and they can cost different kinds of time. Like, if you get a skeleton one, you really want it to be the clunk clunk tech skeleton one because it's only 55 seconds. The one we did earlier was 1 minute and 6 seconds. If you get into a random goblin one, it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's a big loss. You don't want griffins because they're dangerous, even though they only cost 1 minute 23. Okay. Yeah, so now we're going to head back towards the terrace. We're hoping to make it all the way to the hill here without getting to another encounter, at least. Yeah, so we're going to keep going down because we need to go back downstairs. Yep, take the stairs. There's a couple more screens we're gonna have to go through. This time, instead of going to the right towards like links and their stuff, we actually are going to go to the left, and we're gonna go through the atrium. We don't know it's the atrium yet, but we're gonna go to the archway to the left. We're gonna see this creepy statue thing with like water around it. And basically the text here talks about like Kid and them seeing the water, looking at it, and they see fish. So they kind of, it kicked your butt. Me too, honestly. I completed this in about 3.5 hours or something my first time playing it. It's not very long, casually either. But yeah, we look in the water and we find out like the fish in there are actually piranhas, because of course they are. And come to find out, this is actually a trap. Of course it is. And the room's going to start filling with water. We have to find a way to get out of here. You hear the noise right there is the water rising. And we're going to head out. We're going to get the heck out of here. Yep. And we're going to barely escape, but like right outside of this room, we're going to find the face statue that we were talking about. And that item that we got dropped from the goblins in the vault room, this is where this is going to become useful, because there's a lot of choices you can try here, and I did try all of my casual playthrough, and then I realized I didn't have the thing I needed. So there's a lot of text that you can go through here, but the text here initially is this thing is called like the face of truth or something. I forget exactly what it's called. But basically, Kid's gonna put her hand in it, and then you have to say something truthful or whatever. Yeah, and that's what's happening right now, is because she lied. She's getting bit. But yeah, Kid's gonna lay out everything that she has in there, including like fishing line, like some lipstick, some rations and stuff like that. And she's gonna say, "Serge, what do you think we should put in there?" And that's where we're gonna make the choice of putting in the hand-shaped plate that we found off of the goblin. It's gonna be the last choice. And then the good thing here is that that noise right there is the water going down in the atrium, so we can actually get across here. And there is some time save I can get in the armory room because I accidentally missed a couple of cues to answer questions correctly. Yeah, so we're gonna go left. We're gonna go back down towards the atrium. Yep. This is the catacombs, but we know that it's locked, so we need to get the key to the door. Yep. Now we're gonna keep going forward. Take the stairs. Take the right path. Oh, wait, no. It's okay. Well, we lost time there. It's wrong in the notes. It's not the right path. I gotta, yeah. Damn. Go forward. It's annoying. Yeah, this is the armory. Okay, so we lost a little bit of time there because the notes are wrong. Yeah, go in. Yeah, so in the notes, we have it as second option. I think we should try the right path. But the options are try the right path or I think we should try the left path. And it says I think we should try the right path. So I was like, okay, so it's wrong, but I think it's supposed to be right path, but it's actually the left path. I gotta remember that. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I try to hit the right things here. The right cues. But we are gonna get a heal here, which is really nice. So that's where I missed one. We did get to look at Kid. Nice. And so basically he tells us he knows where the key's at, but we're asking, is there something that you want in exchange? But yeah, and then we think that he's talking about when he says our life that he's gonna attack us, but he doesn't. But we need to, he wants to be told a story, so we have to answer some choices about a story. So we're gonna do second option about a beetle, and then about it being painted head to toe. And we did it. We might actually still save time if we don't get into another encounter until we get to the catacombs. So we're going to head back up the stairs. We're going to head towards the catacombs. Nice, okay. Nice. And if you played CC, we're gonna come to a familiar face. This character also made its way into CC, although he's a lot more down in this section, or in this game. Yeah, he talks about Miss Riddell, the General, like General Viper, and it's Radius. I don't actually. Me and Yeetus were talking about whether or not it actually says Radius. I forget. But yeah, Radius is in this game, and he talks about how Lynx used him to, I guess, help betray the General, and so he feels like terrible for it. So he's kind of like in his own head, and he won't talk to anybody else. So that's gonna be our next thing, is we have to get him to tell us what we're looking for is. So then we decide we don't know what to do, so we're gonna go, well, we say we don't know what to do, as in Surge, but we find out that we need to go actually talk to Riddell, because in this game, Viper's already gone, but Lynx actually adopted Riddell, but we're gonna come to find out that she actually doesn't really like Lynx, so it's gonna be beneficial to us. She's gonna tell us where the item is that we need to help, get information out of Radius. We are going to stay downstairs. We need to go, like, whenever I said earlier that Lynx's room was 2 doors past this way. We're going to go to the one right before his. Head down the passageway. Yep. And then we're going to smell, there seems to be a distinct smell of flowers. Yep, there it is. And so we know this is Riddell's room. But yeah, Riddell's basically going to tell us a story about how she actually hates Lynx. But really good music plays throughout it. Also, this game is more ambiotic than CC, but it is very much a more chill game, like I said. It is a little bit more, like, boring for sure in terms of, like, if you're just wanting action, action, action. But it is a nice, like, different, it's juxtaposition to, well, it was weird. There was a pause in the game because I had to click on the emulator because Microsoft Word is throwing a box over the emulator screen. So I lost, like, I don't know, a couple of seconds from that. But this music makes its way into CC as well, towards the end. This song is actually called The Frozen Flame. I believe it plays in a couple places, but for sure it plays in front of when you fight Fate. And also, Riddell looks different in this game. She does not have blue hair. She looks way different. Yeah, so what she's going to tell us is basically that the thing that we're looking for Radius is in a trap room up on the 3rd floor, which we haven't actually gone to in the speedrun yet. But to dispel the trap room, we actually need to get one of the legendary swords that's in this manner called the Einleinser, which also makes its way into CC, funnily enough. And so we know, or I know, that that is actually in the clock room, which is where we're going to go. So we got to go back upstairs. Take the stairs. We're going to keep going past the terrace, or towards the terrace. Continue down this way, and then we're going to go in the door over here. I also missed the queue in this room, so potential time save there as well. We won't see it because I missed the split in my PB, but... I don't remember exactly whenever I split here, but... So basically, Kid's gonna say that she's a fair maiden and that she can't carry it. Yeah, now we need to go to the right, go upstairs twice actually. No, we're already upstairs once. Sorry, one more time. Yeah, now we need to go to the stairs. And then open the door. And then we're at the trap room. Oh, I did split again. Yeah, I might just take the split out, because that's twice, because there's not like a really good way to split for obtaining the Holy Sword. I might put a split here called like going into the trap room or something. I don't know. Instead of the Holy Sword, because it just doesn't work really well. There's not a really good place to split. Yeah, and this is where the trap gets sprung, and then we have to figure out how to get out of it. But luckily we have the sword. Yeah, so we have to thrust it into the ground, and that'll make it... No, that'll fix the trap for us. And then we're going to find the item that we're looking for to bring back to Radius. So we got to travel all the way back down to Radius. So we gotta head back towards the terrace. Basically the exact path that we came, but in reverse. You don't remember this being in CC? It is a little bit different for sure. So we're gonna take the stairs. Go through the atrium again. Really nice, honestly. Yep, head back down to the catacombs. Go in. So I've been kind of explaining everything, but like essentially what we're at right now is we brought this item down to Radius because he hasn't been responding to anybody because he kind of locked himself in his own brain because of how much guilt he felt for basically what he feels is abandoning or like betraying Viper and the Casey Dragoons. But this item actually doesn't really help us, but luckily he kind of mistakes Kid for Riddell and is kind of like out of it mentality. And so he tells us, he mentions something about, don't tell me, Riddell, that you don't remember about the secret path. And so then she kind of like puts on a fake voice and says, no, like remind me where it's at. And he's going to tell us that in the ballroom, which we haven't actually been to in the speedrun, is a secret path that leads towards the last area of the game. So we're getting towards the end. See, that's what he says. Please forgive me for your father, Riddell, because he thinks Kid's Riddell. So now we're going to head toward the secret entrance. We're going to have 4 first options. We're going to turn right. We're going to go through the atrium, take the stairs, and then take the left path. Oh, man, we got a second encounter. We're still on really good pace, but that... Oh, it's the Geist. This is like a medium in terms of like... It could have been... Like, one encounter would have been really good. We were actually on a really, really, really good pace. So I think I will lose... I didn't get any encounters here in my PB split, so we're not actually going to be -5 here. We're going to lose some time. So we get through it. Nice. Yeah, there's going to be some text now. So we lose about 1:25 just from, the random encounter. Out of, like, 100% out of, anybody's control. Yeah, so we're still okay. We still got bruises and shit. Yeah, you see where we're losing time. And that's just because of the encounter. We're going to continue through the atrium. Take the stairs here. Take the left path. and then we're gonna go in. And then Kid is gonna hit the key, or hit the key on the piano that we need to. We lost 1:20 just from the encounter, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because I think that's the last encounter we can get. Yeah, so essentially what we have left coming up is there's going to be one more trap that we're going to get caught in that we're going to have to select some choices to get out of. And additionally, then it's the last boss. So we're gonna leave, come down the final hallway. Yeah. And then we're walking down this hallway to where Lynx is at, and then Maggio's gonna tell us, stop, don't move, and we're gonna find ourselves trapped in a devil's circle. And the only reason we know how to get out of it is because, like, obviously it's in the notes, but casually you can figure out what you're supposed to choose to get out of it. If you went into the kitchen and release the rat and you fight the griffin that the rat turns into, and it'll tell you, like, hey, if you're ever trapped in a like a thing that you can't get out, just remember 3 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right. And so that's what we're gonna have to do to get out of the circle. I love how Maggio is like almost used as like a plot device in this game. If there's ever a question about anything, it's like he knows. He definitely knows. Okay, so this is where we're gonna choose 3 steps to the right, which is the first choice here. That leads us to the first part of it. Takes 2 steps to the left now. then one more. We have to do this one more time. We have to do 2 steps to the right. And then we find ourselves out of it. And now the only thing we have left is to make our way to the final boss, the final area. There's a couple endings you can do here. I don't know exactly how many, but I know there's at least 3. We're going for the good ending, which is about 11 minutes or so. This could end up being like a 102 if I save 2 seconds in this split. Should be pretty cool. So the options you can get here, the endings you can get, really just dependent on like the options that you choose. Luckily for the good ending, it's nice that we just have to pick first option all the way through. Also, this battle theme coming up is sick. Yeah, and so basically this text is about to tell us like the battle that is going to ensue. This is a cat jam for sure. It does look like he has Cat's Cradle. I have died here. I died here in my PB. Not my PB, sorry. Not in my PB. In my casual playthrough. Because, like, he'll start choking you out. And, like, I guess if you don't have enough health to survive it, you just die. I'm assuming that's how it works. So I have died from being choked out by Lynx here. We should be fine on health. We only got 1 encounter since the hill. See, like, we're fading out, but we're fine. We snap back because of the kid. Yeah, there's HP. That's how you can die. And why you take safety saves. But I didn't safety save at all. Because I like to live life on the edge. Yeah, you can get healed. I hate that noise, man. That is like one of my least favorite noises in the Chrono series. plot damage, and Heelys. Yep. So now we're just basically going through the text until we hit time. And I don't actually know where we're at in terms of time. This is either a 102 or a 103. 102 would be fucking sick. There's only literally one time that's below an hour. This would have been even if it is a 103, it would have been a 102 if the notes weren't messed up and I chose that one wrong path and had to come back. It looks like it's actually gonna be a 102. If it matched my PB. My PB says 17 something. Unless that's like 1750 or... If it's above 1747, I can't actually see the PB split because it's so long, but... Do. Basically, what the story is going on right now is this is explaining what Kid is. Basically, Kid was part of like a lost civilization that was lost. I forget how, from under the frozen flame. And so, her curse, because she lived, was that she would have to live like basically wishing she would die. But it basically, she got her memory erased in a second chance at life, so she doesn't remember. And so now she's starting to remember. Yeah. I don't know if it's meant to be Zeal or not. I thought the same thing for a little bit, but I don't know for sure. The big hint that they have that Magus or Magulus Magus is, so I've been actually saying it wrong, that the Einlines or whatever. It makes more sense the way now that I just read it correctly. So whenever you go get the Einlines in this game, it talks about that there's two holy swords, the Einlines and the Masamune or whatever. And she goes, "Oh, you know about the Masamune?" And he doesn't say anything. Says ... And she goes, "So, oh no." She goes, "Did you know the owner?" You know, kind of hinting at Glenn or and Frog and Chrono Trigger. And he doesn't say anything. He says ... And she goes, "Was he your enemy?" Because of how they fought initially. And then he says ... No. And so, like, it kind of like they have that conversation about like him knowing the person who owned the sword. Yo, what's up, Keat? Keat, I had 2 encounters this run. I made one mistake because the notes were wrong. I did the one option where it says, second option, maybe we should try the right path, but the choices are left path or right path, or maybe we should try the left path. And I went the wrong way and had to go back. So this is either going to be a 102 or a 103. .102 would be pretty dope for the third run. Do. Yo, appreciate it. I think, from my understanding from watching the world record run, is that 57 minutes is possible. Because, Il Gran Jerry got 0 encounters, which is really lucky. 2 is really lucky, I think. But 0 is really, really lucky. He also made no wrong choices in terms of which way to go and stuff like that. But because they were in a race, he did the safety saves. So you could take away the time of safety saving, which might put him under the 58 minute mark. Yeah, so the 2 fights I got were a skeleton. I think it was the faster skeleton. And the cat jam again. The skeleton and a geist. Oh, also thanks for the follow earlier. I didn't see it. I'm not gonna call you out, but thanks for the follow. Yeah, I've had 3 or 4 now, which is crazy. And honestly, the guys caught me on the last screen heading towards the ballroom. We almost had a 1 encounter run, which would have put me like almost like an hour or something, like right at an hour or an hour 1. Come on. Let's go 102. Let's go 102. Let's go 102. Let's go. Pez, fuck you. What's up, Pez? Yeah, Portis kind of says, hey, this is mine. Now, thank you. All right, we're on the last screen before we leave. Wait, I don't remember how long this is. Is it 20 seconds? If it's 20 seconds, this could be a 101. No, it's not. We're going to get a 102, though. 102 hype. 102 hype. What did you do wrong? How dare you? Unless this is longer than I think it is. Let's not 102 hype until, it actually happens. Oh, so we are losing time here. Never mind, this might be a 103. I don't remember how long this is. No, this might be a 103. Where did I lose time from, and why? No, 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 come on. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We did it! 102.55. $102.55. I don't actually know why we lost time there. Yo, thanks for the GG. Why did I lose 40 seconds there? From what? I need to ask someone in the Chrono Discord. Or in the Radical Dreamers Discord. Yo, thanks for the GG. Appreciate it. Why did I lose time there? I need an explanation. If anything, I made my choices faster, I think. Maybe it, like, there's things that can happen that depend on how... I don't actually know. But I didn't get any extra encounters. Also, what's been up, Pez? How you been? Yeah, I'll have to watch them side by side. I'm still learning a lot about this game, right? Like, I know that obviously encounters... Like, how many encounters you get affects your overall time. Like, it's one of the biggest things in this. It is the biggest thing in this run. But also, I know the type of encounter can change how much time you lose. But we didn't get any encounters in the last split. And it's all first choice stuff. And I was mashing through it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna let the yeah, I will. I'm gonna let the since this is probably one I'm also the mods on the forum or on the leaderboard are gonna hate me because I turned in one yesterday that was 106. I'll probably do this one too. Because this one is gonna be a little bit. This is probably one that's not like I'm not gonna beat immediately. 102 is a pretty good time. Like I said, world record is a 58-minute. I would just have to get less than 2 encounters and make not make the mistake of going the wrong direction. I did this. I've been live for about 6 hours after trying to do Chrono Cross attempts and everything. So after I end this, I'm probably gonna end stream. I'll probably pass a raid to somebody. Depending on if I go to my brother's to drink or whatever, because he said he's having a party at his place. I might, depending on if I decide to go to that or not. If I don't, I might just take a break and come back and try to do another Chrono Cross stream at some point tonight. I don't know. We'll decide. We'll see. I might have a super degen stream. Am I going to do? Yeah, I have my camera and everything. I'm just in I'm in the place that I'm not in my dorm right now. I'm at a friend's house who let me stay in between semesters. It's just not worth setting up right now because literally I took off work this coming week, but on Saturday I moved back into my dorm. So for like the next week or so, I'm at least not doing like cam on. I know everybody probably misses my beautiful face. But I did put effort into making sure the audio hopefully sounds nice and crisp and quality. So I hope that's been good for everybody. I actually I think that I'm biased, but I think that emote's so funny. And Queen, exactly. And Finn. I think I saw Azala doing running CC, so if you guys want to stick around for that, I'm probably about to host. You just made a custom sound alert? Ooh, interesting. But